Welcome back to Brazen Brits. My name is Lawrence.
And I'm Natalie.
And a couple of things we're going to cover today. First one is I've invented something for the van. And I make that way more exciting than it actually is, but it's the first thing I've done and I've built it completely wrong, but I want to show you in a minute. The other thing is, actually there's three things. The second thing is we have a new pump for the paddleboard. Natalie did a video on this about a year ago.
Yeah.
And it did really well. People really liked it, especially you RVers with paddleboards. But we have a new pump for that, so we're going to test that. We also want to see if Twix can be a paddleboard dog.
Well, we know she's a confident swimmer.
She loves the water, so I don't think so. But anyway, let's roll the intro whilst Natalie starts. Well, you're really already done, but anyway, let's roll the intro. We'll be right back. We're not going anywhere. We'll be right here. It's like a second for us, but for you, it's like, what is the intro is like 12 seconds.
Really makes me wonder.
I'm in my garage right now and I'm waiting for some glue to dry, and I will show you what it is. You probably figure it out immediately. Let me just oh, there we go, there's the camera. So this is my invention. Never been made before. You've probably never seen one. I'm being sarcastic, but I have built this by hand from scratch and it's solid, and I'm just waiting for this bit to dry. So I'm gonna let that dry, go and help Natalie. We're going to play around with the pool pump and play around with Twix in the pool, and then I'm going to come back out and I'm going to fit this in the van, and so you have probably like 2 or 3 minutes to guess what this is. The big silver bit on the edge is the big giveaway. Right, Natalie, I glued my thing, so I'm waiting for that to dry. So it's you can do your bit now.
Oh,
so what are we actually doing here?
All right, so the lovely people at Outdoor Master have sent us the new and updated version of the Shark 3.
Nice.
Some of you might remember from my last video that I did about this. I was all excited because I thought it blew it up in 3 minutes, and that wasn't true because I didn't read it properly. Now they claim that it does inflate it in 4 minutes.
So they took your feedback, and we were one of the first people they reached out to and said, we want you to test this because we've made it much quicker.
Yes.
So that's really cool. But so anyway, so we're going to test that. Don't worry, it'll be real quick. We'll compare it with the old one.
No, we're gonna.
Well, yeah, but we're going to compare it with this one.
Yes.
Which is a different brand completely, but we already have the video from the last one, so we don't need to compare it to the last one. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. So just quickly, the features of this, very similar to the old one. There are some slight differences. So you have the inflate nozzle, the deflate nozzle, you have the screen. Natalie said not to do that. So you have the screen, which I'd like to see when it's powered up. You have the on button. I don't know what that is. I guess that's inflate, deflate, and then your PSI that you want it. The other cool reason why we like this, and we've got a few different things like this, but you can plug in a USB-C into this, so you have the DC charge. This also charges this slower than the DC.
Yeah.
But it also can charge a phone or a speaker or something like that.
Yes.
The only other thing that I really like is it has sucky pads underneath. So you probably wouldn't, but I mean you could put this on your board when you're paddleboarding and stick it down in case something happens. So, anyway, that's it. That's what it's for. Natalie only wants it as a pump, but I like the other features. So let's go and move on to the test. You ready?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, how long did that take?
8 minutes and 3 seconds.
Okay, and that's with the Tuomico.
Yes, thank you, Chelsea, for lending us your Tuomico. This is just an Amazon find.
Yep, still battery, very similar, and it's got some lights on the front as well. But all right, we're not judging that. Let's go for thanks, OP.
He says thank you for the bed, guys.
All right, thanks, OP. Right, let's go for the new one.
Okay. I'm making Laura do the scary part. Twist the thing off.
Just twist it off.
Yeah. It gives me every time. Oh. And then you push a little button.
Now we're trying the Outdoor Master Shark 3.
Holy moly, Lawrence!
That felt like no time at all, and they did it.
3 minutes 20. That was less time than they told us.
But the thing is, it's loud.
Yeah, that sounded like a jet engine going.
Yeah.
That's double. I think we didn't do a decibel reading this time, but that was double the loudness of the other one. Everyone's going to know you're inflating a board in the parking lot.
Yeah. But I mean, that's really good. I mean, you know, 10 minutes is a long time to sit there and wait for this to pump up. So 3 minutes makes that much more manageable.
I'm thinking rude thoughts. Girl, there you go. Go stand on your sister. Come on, Twix, stand up. There you go. Yes, good girl. Stay. Opie, stay. Stay. Good girl. Okay, ready? Come on, you can do it. Go, 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 go. Jump. See?
Well, that was a success. I think she'll do well for her first time.
Yeah, she did very well. Good girl. She's coming back.
Okay.
Moment of truth.
Now, I know one mistake, but I've made lots of mistakes with this. That's a learning curve, so I may need your help if you're able to film as well, Natalie. Is it in?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mistake number one.
Okay, so 2 mistakes.
Okay.
I mean, one, it's in, it's great, but this is a bit tight, so I'm going to have to shave this down a bit. Also, I mismeasured this, so it doesn't look too bad, but I want that flush with this. So it's at an angle. Oh, by the way, it's a drawer. Yeah, once that's done, it'll be fine. So, big old drawer, just for garage stuff, tools and things like that. That's really what I want in here. So it's a 45-inch thing. And I've got it at an angle because that is going to be Twix's crate under there. So it just means if it was here, it'd be a real pain to get under. So I quite like that. And then I just need a handle. Trust me, this has taken me way too long. And I made a mistake on every single thing I did. So I think I will probably rebuild this at some point. Because it's not my best work, I'm not going to lie. I learnt a lot though. So yeah. So anyway, we have a drawer for storage. That is our first storage in the van.
Yay!
So we're planning I have to finish Twix's crate, but I needed this in first so that I could build the other bits there.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think we'll do a video on that because it's exactly the same process as this. But we are starting to think about the inside now. So the problem is that we need to know where we want the power and where we want all of our stuff. So we really have to nail down a plan for the inside so that we can figure out what order we're going to do things. We want to change the walls. I know Natalie wants a new skylight in there. We want a new skylight in there. It is very dark, so I need to figure out how to do that. If there's any tips from anyone, please let me know. And then we need to do the walls and the ceiling.
Yep.
And so we need to figure out, the problem is we have to figure out all the stuff that we want before we do that, because once they're in, we can't really change it very easily.
No.
So anyway, bit of an in-betweener episode here, but we love the new pump. I love my drawer. Couple bits to fix. It's great to have some storage. I'll just slide that down. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. Progress is slow on the van, I'm afraid, but we are getting there, and we are going to start using it once we have the crates, and Natalie's going to use it for agility stuff. So
Yes.
that's going to be good. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the thanks button. Natalie loves it when you do that. And don't forget, if you'd like to support a couple of tits, Natalie and myself, you can hit the join button. Thank you to everyone who has done that below. We will see you next week for something that just arrived that I am absolutely in love with. And it's the best thing, not just for van lifers or RVers, but anyone. And I'm very excited to do that video.